Kreo can help us do measurements as long as we have house plans for new builds. It's pretty useless if we don't have house plans, although you could use floorplanner.com to draw up floor plans and then do measurements. But by the time you do all that, you might as well just measure it by hand. So it's pretty user-friendly, but it is a little bit tricky. And basically, we're just going to use that auto measure, and eventually we're going to build out templates. So you're going to first upload projects just like this, pretty simple. So it can auto measure, but then turning those measurements into useful actual quantities is where it gets tricky. I'm going to have to build out the spreadsheets for that later, but here's kind of a crash course in just what to click on and how to kind of get your way around in Kreo. So right now we're going to create a project. I already have 2 Spains uploaded, but this is just easier to start over clean. So it's uploading it right now, and then we'll click on that. And then it wants us to upload pages from the plan. So it first brings in this first page here. This is kind of wild looking. It will not let me move this over, which is rather frustrating. But if we click this new page thing, you're basically just going to snag one of the house plans pages, usually. Actually, we're going to do, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll click on that. Nope, not that. Click, okay, green check mark, and then if you just click outside that, that one has appeared. We can go up here, and oh, it already selected the one we wanted there automatically. If you click on the screen, it's not going to let you move and drag. So the only way to navigate is by clicking and dragging down here. Now, this view is unbelievably difficult to use. So look for the 3 dots, and then we're going to move the position so the spreadsheet is at the bottom. Oh gosh, that's worse. Oh man. That's terrible. If you have a small screen, you cannot use this software. Yeah, well, I thought I figured out how to use this, and I don't even know how to do that. But so the first thing you do is you set the scale of whatever page you updated, because it needs to know if the page indicates 1/4 inch, how much is that in real life? And usually most architects will indicate it. It's kind of hidden. Can you see where it says in the bottom left, scale 1/4 of an inch is a foot? Well, if you do the math, that's 12 times 4, so it is 1/48. So the AI has actually selected the correct scale, which is pretty trippy. All right, next is this hidden button over here. If you're in a small screen like this, gosh darn it. Click auto measure, and this is where the magic happens. Now, what keeps this from getting way out of hand is if you tell it what you want it to measure. Like, let's say we're doing a hardwood floors takeoff. Just select GEA's like gross external area, gross internal area, net internal area. If you have it run the auto measure for all of it, it can get a little bit overwhelming real fast. But it's running auto measure now, and we'll wait. While it's doing that, a few of what these buttons mean on the screen that I've found that I use, and I'll leave out the ones that I don't. This mini map button, if you click and unclick, it'll make that go away, and you can see what's going on here. Obviously, zoom in, zoom out here. You can also just use your scroll bar on your mouse. There's also some icons in this column. You can click this little button to expand. If you want to just do like one little measurement line, you can use this ruler here, and it'll measure some stuff for you. Kind of defeats the purpose of using auto measure software. Count, you can like select or circle something that you want to see how many there are of. Like you could just put a box around like this range, or I don't even know how to use this tool. I think you just put it, take it, whatever, and then it'll find other ones that match that. And if you've done some clicking around and you want to just get rid of it and start back with what you were doing before, I think you just click on the mouse and it goes away. Okay, that didn't make it go away, but hopefully if we do this, it does. It's still, okay, whatever. Anywho, so this is the auto measure. So I have found this to be pretty accurate. I'll go in and measure what it measured, and I get within like a few square feet of what it says. So you can see where it found the garage here, it made it purple, it found the living room, made it green. It screwed up on the stairs. It does that every time, but it's close. And then it thinks that the porch is probably a closet or something. But so all these elements over here that it's measured, we only told it to do the rooms and the gross area basically, so it's a controllable amount of data. But then if you want to see the results of the measurements over here, you can like click these down arrows. Now this eye is how you hide stuff to make it less overwhelming. So if you just want to see one thing, it might be good to just make it all invisible and then select what you do want to see. Undefined is probably like the closets. So next to the fireplace, I thought that was a little closet. I mean, that's fine. Well, it's actually right about that. This is a closet, and then this other undefined is the porch, but it doesn't. It's fine. So we will hide that again. Let's say we just want to see all of it, and we want to maybe get a hardwood takeoff. So next, we're going to learn how to add stuff into the spreadsheet in a different video. So let me just make sure I've covered everything. And kind of navigating this list over here. So hopefully this kind of makes sense. Like each of the rooms that are measured have a home over here on the left hand side, and then gross area, blah blah blah. You can just kind of do this drop down, select the ones that you want to see. Like this is a purple, see it's indicated as purple, so it looks like this is the whole exterior here. Well, with this little cut around there. Oh, apparently that count we did earlier showed up down here, so that's how you make that go away. I'm sure there's a way to delete it too or something. I don't know. I should have said this at the beginning, but to the kind of the overview of what you're looking at here is you've got your map view over on the right. Over here is your actual measurements and elements that were found in the auto measure. And then the bottom is your spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet is how we actually turn the measurements into something useful. Because right now it's just, the living room is 300 square feet. So what? What do we do with that? So we have to add and subtract and divide to get useful numbers for quantity takeoffs. So I'll create another video for that.